Alright, everyone, let's turn it now to our weather as we are having some technical issues here this afternoon. Yeah, let's go ahead and take us outside. You are currently looking at our screen. That is not what you're supposed to be looking at there. So give us just a moment. I think we have lost our audio here in the studio, but don't know if you can hear us, but hey, if you can hear us, we use that live chat that's built into this YouTube video, and it will help us be able to know if you can hear us, because I cannot hear myself. Let's go and fade into what's going on right now across the upstate. Oh, so sorry, dropped the microphone. Okay. Here, maybe, possibly. Are we still not receiving any audio? We're mid 70s or mid 80s across the upstate right now, and that's not what we're looking for. Let me see if I can transfer audio for some odd reason. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so we're back on track. Let me go ahead and switch into the live supernova radar area. Alrighty, give us momentarily. You're gonna be looking at the right thing momentarily, but yeah, make sure if you are watching this YouTube live that you actually subscribe, because this is what we do here on WFIN News 2. We do local news and weather for the upstate, and we are now under a special weather statement for the upstate right now. So don't be too alarmed. So if you are watching live, use that live chat, and in the live chat, make sure you put where you are watching from. That really helps, as you are going to be looking at the right thing momentarily, if I can get this thing to work. Okay, radar scope. Perfect. Alrighty, so let me get us, I'm going to switch it over to a different screen so you guys can see. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and transfer you over now. So this is our radar right now. Here, the radar site picking up on this strong storm near Lawrence, and I'm actually going to, you can see that near Lawrence, Honeypath. Very strong to severe storms. That's still D0, and it is doing a little small piece of hail here for us. But that's not really what we're watching for. We're watching to see how severe it's gonna get. As we do this line, this is kind of the track it is making. It's expected to hit areas near Gray Court and Youngs, Princeton over the next several minutes. And so it's moving about a 7-mile radius. But that's where you can kind of see where that storm. Okay. So you can see right now, like I said, Gray Court, Young's area, about 612 hitting Gray Court right now. That is crucial data for us. Then we're looking at another system just north of Woodruff, and that system, if we click into it, as it does not appear to be draggable, right? It's moving in northeast, so a northeast rate at 24. I'm not sure if that says miles per hour, but this system right here, as you can see, Roebuck, near Roebuck, Woodruff, that is the system we're watching. This is our main system near Honeypath, and it's very strong to somewhat severe across the upstate. I'm going to put on my pinpoint, which shows you the decibels. And this what this does is the more higher the number, the more severe of it's got. And yeah, 53, that's pretty strong. 53 is what we're watching here at the studio. We're about to hit it here, Fountain Inn, Simpsonville. This is not a live scan. Let me get it back up to pace. Alrighty. 50. Okay. Alright, so this is kind of where it is. So it's getting closer here to home. Yeah, let's go ahead and take you to a sky cam that is close to what we're looking for. As you can hear that rain start to trickle on in. Right now on your screen, WFIN News 2 traffic. Looking at it, and now it is pouring down rain. Look at there. Yep. Pouring down rain here across the studio. That's why we are issuing a breaking news alert. Right here, breaking news alert on WFIN News 2. So breaking just into the show. Okay. So breaking news alert just into our studio. If you are watching live, tell us where you're watching from, because this is a strong system. That's just our super resolution reflectively model. Now their velocity model kind of shows us kind of where it's spread out, right? Spread out all across the upstate. Now Anderson, what we're looking at over Anderson, yeah, rain there for sure. Reflectivity model, I can't speak. So this is just a little kind of like Ghostbusters look is what I like to call it. And then, so we have that system, yeah, making its track through Gray Court Young's to about 6 o'clock. So in the chat, tell us where you're watching from. Definitely, tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what's happening there. On our screen, hopefully we do not lose power from this. We are able to get a generator. We do have a generator here at the studio if that does happen. Hoping not, but, yeah, hoping not. But here's another look. We're going to fly this in. Okay, you can see that on your screen, just a little bit more different model. So that one we're looking at, and then this one is showing some strong to severe matter. I really can't see hail in this system, but we're definitely watching this across the upstate right now. 52, just 2 minutes ago, you can see the system. Here at the studio is where this little pinpoint is. Yeah, that's where it's showing that the heaviest matter, and yes, it is coming down here at the studio. We're going to continue to keep you at this with the tri-split. If you're new here, the tri-split kind of helps us kind of see what's going on across the upstate. We're going to turn it on that tri-split so you can kind of get a feel for what's going on across the upstate. But yeah, as we just, I don't know if we lost internet signal there. Okay, alrighty, we're live into the upstate. There we go. I was super curious of what was going on there. We just lost a model or a image. Yeah, we're gonna try to get you on that traffic here on the 2s right now. Right about now. So some of us seeing that rain, some of us not. We're going to keep you on that right now as we go in through the time saver traffic. And we'll be right back on break. And when we come back, we'll have the full complete latest on what you're looking at on our storms. Yeah, breaking news just into our studio. We are watching an impact day for lots of storms moving through our upstate, right? Good afternoon. We're continuing to watch this system for you. This is sitting about right now. Actually, literally is right now. And you can see that stronger matter, that stronger system is moving this kind of band, and it's going to be hitting areas like Gray Court soon. So those folks in Gray Court now, we just had a supercell or a little cell just pop up, cell Y8, and that one is moving in a northeast direction at 25, I guess, no, that's 25 miles an hour, but we do have the track for you. It does look like 607 for that system there. If you are, we're in that Packlet area, Packlet, Gaffney, Roebuck. That system, yeah, 607 hitting Packlet, and then Blacksburg by 652. So you do have about an hour or so, but I would still continue to stay with us on this system as well. Now back towards Fountain Inn, Simpsonville, Princeton area. On this system, it does have a little more feathery matter down to the back of the system, which could indicate that, yeah, some of our friends in Fountain Inn may see some of this system, but mainly it's, yeah, it may roll through downtown Fountain Inn, but 607 for areas near Gray Court. You can see 607 by Gray Court. I would expect by 610 it'd be knocking on the door in Gray Court. 632 for those areas near Buffalo, Union, potentially Monarch Mill. And this system we're watching near Central Packlet. All of these areas is places to watch. Let's see if I can turn it into a different tilt, which is going to show us different angles of the model. Yeah, and we are watching a little bit of a pack. Now, we're watching this system right down here near Sandy Springs, Atlanta, Georgia. It does look like it is making a area towards Greensboro, Georgia. Now, I'm watching because you can see that this system could make an impact. I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying it could make an impact towards this upstate. I'm watching this closely, but of course we're gonna go on break for a minute, and when we come back, we'll have the full complete latest. I want you. Yeah, breaking news. Like I said, we're following a strong potential storm moving into the upstate. Now, you can just see now, obviously, Chattanooga, Tennessee is not in our weather pattern, but they just had a new alert just show up there. Looks like a severe thunderstorm warning. Extremely dangerous situation is what it says, and it looks like it may be coming from this system right here. Now, hi everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm not in Chattanooga, so we're not going to really map out that, but we are watching our upstate, so back towards home. And this is the meteosol system that we're watching right now. Just a new, looks like new radar that just showed up. Now it's moving closer to Gray Court, hitting Gray Court right about in 3 minutes or less, touching Gray Court. Now I wouldn't expect much hail, but yeah, a potential hail, a little small bit of hail, if anything. But yeah, that is something to watch. Near Princeton. And yeah, 100% of hail, potentially 100%. Looks like we could see some hail for sure. Speed looks like not very fast, but east northeast direction. Now, severe of hail, about a 30% chance. Now, it's hitting downtown Fountain Inn right now. We're going to take you to our Skycam that's sitting over I-385 near Fountain Inn, and it's looking like we might be pretty good there. Looks like the rain might be coming down here in just a minute. But other than that, we're looking pretty good across the upstate for our storms. Why? Now, we just had a track that moved the track away from Gray Court. Now, yeah, it may still hit Gray Court, to our friends in Gray Court. Now, we do have a report of, yeah, rain from Fountain Inn. But, like I said, now the track has moved away from Gray Court. Now, this is a very big system. So if we put our pinpointer on it now, showing potentially 52, 53, and very small parts of maybe 60. But yeah, the strongest of this mass is about 52, which on a scale is, yeah, it's more heavy, but it's not too severe. Maybe producing a little bit of lightning and hail out of that system, but nothing too that we got to be concerned about, right? Alrighty, so turning into a lot more weather models, showing our current storm tracks and lightning tracks, because yeah, we do have those lightning tracks. This storm is packing a punch across the upstate this afternoon, packing a pretty good punch as we go. Now you can see there's a ton of lightning near this system that's going over Gray Court right now. Lightning is forecasted to make a pretty big penny over Gray Court. Now, this model is Live Super Doppler 4 that is owned by WYFF4. It's showing that it could touch Simpsonville, Williamston, tons of lightning associated with this. Whitmire, and then this one we're seeing over here. These storms are not lacking much, that they're touching each other, right? They're touching each other pretty nicely there in that mix there. So definitely watching that system, potential for development. Yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't really say any rotation, but it is definitely something we're watching. Yeah, the lines have been drawn out. Yeah, tons of rain. We do have a lot of warnings across the area for tornadoes near West Virginia and stuff. It's a little ways from us, but in that area, just a ton of severe weather. But back towards our place now, near Birmingham, Alabama, tree limbs are down thanks to that system over there. But make sure you let us know where you're watching from, because we would really appreciate that so we can tailor these just to you. But here across the upstate, this storm's packing a punch. Zooming in very close on this system. Just packing a punch near Gray Court, Lawrence, and this storm making its way into parts of Clinton, Buffalo, and Union, headed your way by 6:57. I would say 7:10, hitting Union and all those areas. So definitely be ready for that. And then this system near Packlet finally went through Packlet, and we're watching that system as, yeah, making its way through Blacksburg, now 642. So definitely a system to watch. A few systems to watch, let me just say that. So that's how we're feeling. Maybe a little bit of staticky, a finicky little rain. But that's how we get on our radar. So where the radar site is at Dringell-Spartanburg Airport, yeah, right in there, it sounds like a dome, right? Obviously the radome of the Doppler. And it basically paints that image for us, right? Yeah, definitely something to watch. So we're watching that this afternoon. Stay tuned with us on News Center 2. That's where you're watching is WFIN News 2. Stay tuned with us because today is an impact day for sure. So you want to stay with us on that. We're going to go to commercial break. And when we come back, we'll have the full, complete latest because we're going to start re-rolling out commercials on News Center 2. So we're excited for that. Excited for so much more, but make sure that you enable those notifications.
WFIN News 2, serving you with 3 translators.
WFIN 2 HD, Fountain Inn.
And WFIN 2 HD, Greenville.
The Upstate's best independent, local, live, and breaking news, all on your phone. Download the WFIN News 2 mobile app now. WFIN News 2 HD Greenville and WFIN News 2 HD Fountain Inn. We're guaranteed human right here on News Center 2.
Yeah, thanks for joining us back here live. Yeah, looking at this system near Fountain Inn. Yeah, it's pretty strong. And yeah, this is the traffic sky cam near that area. Not too bad. I will say we've been worse across the upstate. Now let's take a look at our radar. You can see now there's a little system that has popped up, a pop-up zone near Abbeville. And it's making a southeast direction going towards the Promised Land area, Greenwood 96, where Shoals, and hopefully dissipating out. So not too bad there. But I will say we've gotten not too terribly bad across the upstate. We could be worse. But you know, we're not too terrible. So we'll keep you up to date with that right now. So, but yeah, other than that, just stay prepared this afternoon because we do have a little bit of severe weather possible today. We just want to make sure that you are staying safe out there on the 2. So, like I said, like we always do, make sure you enable those notifications so you can get the first alert on what's going on out there. But we first start with breaking news aside from our weather right now. We do know that beware because a police impersonator is on the lookout in McDowell County. So we've been following this story all day long. And we're gonna bring you that for sure. He is so the McDowell County Sheriff's Office is warning the public after a driver was pulled over and searched by an armed person who was impersonating a law enforcement officer. Authorities said it happened Tuesday near the McDowell County and Avery County line on US 221 North near Linville Mountain. And the victim reported being stopped by a person driving an unmarked dark color SUV. According to the report, a blue light was on the dash of the vehicle and was activated. The victim reported that the suspect was not showing a badge and the vehicle did not have proper law enforcement markings or tags. And we want to let you know of something new here on WFIN News 2. We do have this letting us know about. So a new opening date has been announced for the Target store in Seneca, South Carolina. We do a new opening date for the new Target store has been announced. It was announced Monday that the store on 1810 Sanford Boulevard in Thornwell Village Retail Center will open Sunday, July 26th. Make sure you stay up to date with that. Of course, the store is approximately 128,000 square feet with 151 employees hired to support the new location. Services include drive-up and order pickup and same-day delivery. Of course, the store also features Starbucks Cafe, CVS Pharmacy, and an Apple shop, and a food-forward grocery experience with expanded produce, meat, and dairy offerings. Back into our radar this afternoon, looking pretty good. We looking like their sales across the upstate is starting to weaken up as they move along. Of course, we'll give you the latest full hour by hour as we come back. Well, good afternoon to those who are watching live. Yeah, we're still continuing to watch this system across the upstate. As it moves throughout the upstate, hold on, we are turning now to something that just showed up on our radar. Okay, looks like a cell that just popped up. It does not look like we have any rotation, so that is good. I was seeing something earlier, and I was very... Oh, I think we just lost the radar. Okay, well, we just lost our radar, but I saw something earlier, and I was wondering, I was like, is that rotation? It couldn't be. But yeah, we're live here on the air in the Weather Center for you. Yeah, as we totally just lost our system. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to continue to bring you this afternoon here in the Weather Center. But we're going to get a full view of everything, including sky cams, that and more, when we show you in just a minute. But you're looking right now at the system across the upstate, looking not too bad, but it looks like a lot of lightning and hail is associated with this system. New radar just shows, yeah, Lawrence getting hit, packed a punch across Lawrence area. Tons of lightning reports, and that sky cam is doing us justice this afternoon. Yeah, showing us everything that is going on, right? Yeah, tons of that rain, stormy mess across the upstate. It should be dissipating out, is what I would imagine, so it should not be all night long. Now, I know we do have a chance for potential I wouldn't say all night long, but there is a chance of rain through the overnight hours. So we are watching that. I'm not really sure about what times, but yeah. Looking right now at our sky cams, they look beautiful. I mean, other than just obvious rain on the camera, it does not look too shabby there on across as we go. But hey, we could be better, but we're not terrible. So, we're going to be showing you a little bit closer into this storm, thanks to our Skycam network. Yeah, it looks like Lawrence was getting hit with a pretty big punch there. We're going to show you what we're looking at with that. So, Lawrence, Clinton. Now, this camera that's about to show up on your screen does not look too bad. It's actually looking like the storm is kind of out of the way there, but I mean, like I said, that storm is just packing a punch into Lawrence, doing us that justice there, showing us what we're looking at. The tri-split right now is just don't know how to act. Let's just say that. Oh, okay, we are losing a little of broadcast. Okay, let's hope not. Okay, so like I said, it's just doing us justice. Now we are following. There is a little bit of road construction this afternoon on the twos. It looks like stop and go traffic potentially. Looks like there is maybe a stalled vehicle. We're gonna get that on your screen momentarily, but just watching all of that near that bridge closer. I believe it's bridges. Okay, so sorry there. I don't know why we had music rolling. We weren't expecting to have that music rolling, but like I said, that slowdowns across the upstate, not really seeing any, which is good, for us, but yeah. We are going to get you those localized storm reports coming in just into the studio. Time saver traffic doing us justice there. You can see that we don't really have any slowdowns. We do. Is someone on the road? We do have someone appears to be on the roadway. Very dangerous. Maybe it's not. Okay. Yeah, there's somebody behind this sign or something. Yeah, let's keep watch on that. It is a person. Yeah, confirmed it is a person. Don't really know what's going on there. But we're gonna do that justice and get you what's going on outside of our sky cams this afternoon. But yeah, we're gonna give you all that as it comes in this afternoon. Well, I guess now this evening officially. Looks like someone putting up a sign, maybe road construction. But yeah, without further ado, just be very careful along that area near I-85 South. Um, don't really know what's going on there, but if anybody has any input, definitely call our traffic line and our studio line. That's at 864-774-2164. Not really sure what they're doing there, but let's hope that they're safe. But yeah, traffic, time saver traffic, and the Skycam network not looking too bad. Like I said, we'll give you any updates on slowdowns. I'm not really seeing any slowdowns, which is a good thing. But of course, like I said, if you ever need to report breaking news, that number is on the screen, 864-774-2164. You can also email news to WFINnews2@gmail.com. Definitely drop it in there if you need, if you do have any breaking news there to report or anything like that. But like I said, upstate wide, yeah, we're a little stormy and stuff, but we're not too terrible. I'll say I have seen worse for this time of day. But hey, weather center looking pretty good, not too shabby. But like I said, we'll continue to follow what we're looking at as we go this afternoon. But looking not looking too bad. Across the upside, we're going to get that radar back with live Super Doppler radar in just a moment. So if you stay with us, we've had a down system. Something happened and our radar completely went down. So live Super Doppler 2 impact day for sure there. We're going to go ahead and hit that. Let's go ahead and punch in that breaking news. We'll be right back. Yeah, continuing that breaking news coverage this afternoon of our radar. Lots of heavy rain across the upstate. Let's go ahead and get you back into it. We got our radar back up from being off. Yeah. So looking like this. So area wide, we're gonna get a new, looks like a new radar just came in. There's 2 cells now. Now we were seeing 1 cell. Now they're kind of broken apart is what we're watching, and they kind of fused something different. So yeah, very concerning there for that system. Didn't expect it to fuse out. But anyway, that happened. Yeah. Yeah, we just keep losing our radar there. Yeah. So like I said, very concerning, I guess you could say, of why we just lost the radar, or lost our main system. Now it's broken up into 2 systems there. But hey, we're just gonna roll with it this afternoon. So that impact day is on your screen. Yeah, impact weather for sure. Okay, so you can see these 2 cells have kind of broken apart. Yeah, just kind of broken apart, and one's moving towards the Young's community, from the Young's community to Union, and one has kind of made a curvature to it. It's moving down towards Whitmire, and we're gonna call this cell A down near Lawrence. It's actually cell D1 or D0, showing Whitmire hitting at 7:13. Yeah, we got that severe weather risk with strong winds possible. And we got tons more rain coming out of other states like Alabama we're watching. Yeah, I'm watching that system. Now it just broke off, and now they're showing something different. Now that system's kind of weakened down, now showing that it's going to hit Clinton at 6:33. So Clinton, y'all be ready for that. But Young's community, that area where that sells M4 is moving towards Lockhart and Union, about 703, 718 area. Time frame. This system is rocking and rolling and making a punch as fast as it can. I will say that because I was not expecting it to be moving in and out so fast. It was here in Fountain Inn just minutes ago, and now it's kind of weakened up. And I wouldn't really say weakened because now we're seeing Watts Mill, Lawrence a lot more heavier. We're gonna get our meter, yeah, some even 50s out of that system, yeah. But yeah, we've not just that, but we've got a lot more near Chattanooga, Tennessee, a lot more severe weather. Could it come our way? Potentially, but we're going to be watching that. And of course, up towards High Point, North Carolina, tons of severe weather. So that's what we have deemed it an impact day. But of course, we're going to keep you up to date with every step of the way as we go. But that's what we have right now for our system this afternoon. So definitely, okay, definitely just watch that. It's definitely going to be interesting. But like I said, we'll continue to watch that for you. But yeah, we'll continue to watch that for you, and each system, because down near Chattanooga, Dalton, Georgia, limbs are broken off trees, and that is a strong 3-inch limbs. It's severe thunderstorm warning. Tons of that could potentially make its way towards the upstate. We're gonna be watching that for you. But yeah, just stay with us on WFIN News 2 as we continue to track this out. We're gonna probably end this live stream right now because our weather is not as severe as it has been, which is definitely something we've kind of broken off from the severe side and making it kind of a weakened system. But of course, I'm going to keep this on my radar watch here in the Weather Center. Don't worry, we're going to watch this all night long. Because into the overnight hours, this is potentially a system that we might be watching into the overnight hours. But don't worry, I am watching this for us. We do have a strong storm threat today, like we said. So by hourly forecast, I'm going to expect 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 a.m. from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow. So 1 a.m. tomorrow morning through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning is when we have a heavy impact day. A lot of thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms, scattered thunderstorms. We're watching that this coming morning, tomorrow, technically early morning hours, but that's technically still today. But of course, we will be getting that word out to you. We will be watching this, so if it does get too severe, we will come on air early morning hours to keep you safe because hey, that's what we do. But we will be watching that, so don't you worry. So, but like I said, call us, send us your breaking news alerts and requests and all that stuff. WFIN News 2 at gmail.com. Like I said, you got any tips or news tips or anything like that, just go to WFINnews2 at gmail.com. Email us in some stuff. I know somebody has actually emailed us pictures that they had gotten from when they had the Haywood Mall shooting. That was definitely nice to have viewers actually be sending us stuff. But if you do have anything, we just had a model update, but it looks like it's still pretty good. But if you do have anything that you want to send in to us, now's the time. You can do it anytime, anywhere on our free email. Like I said, you just send in anything. But yeah, looking like our email is pretty good there. So make sure you send us in some stuff. But hey, that's the latest we have from News 2. But hey, we will be watching this system all night long. That's why our intro, says our home screen page does say, severe weather, impact day. We will keep you up to date with that, but don't you worry. If we do have any major severe weather throughout the overnight hours, you have a safe place to turn to on WFIN News 2, as we do have that impact day. But yeah, that's the latest news and weather we have courtesy of South Carolina Department of Transportation. Have a great night.